am so excited because I'm going over one of my favorite decades today just because of all the nostalgia. I grew up in this time period. It is the early 2000s Y2K period where MySpace was a thing, where Britney was starting out, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. It was just a good time to be alive. Of course, you can't forget Lizzie McGuire, so I'm so excited to be using parts of this collection today. I got the eyeshadow palette and the lip gloss, and this is by my favorite brand, Colourpop. I review a ton of their stuff on my channel, so I'll be doing a Lizzie McGuire hair look at the end and more of like a Y2K makeup look because Lizzie didn't really wear much makeup, but I want to use the eyeshadow palette, so that's what we're doing. Okay, so I put on my foundation already. This is the To Save Time. I just applied it normally. This is the Estee Lauder Future Hydra Rescue foundation in shade Desert Beige. So I'm gonna put on some concealer next. Okay, so just saying to start off, early 2000s makeup I feel was kind of all over the place when it comes to foundation, like face base makeup. There's a lot of kind of dewy looks, like natural kind of skin looks, but there's also a lot of like looks kind of caked on, like powdery kind of finishes. So like I said, I put on my foundation. For concealer, you know, the triangle wasn't a thing yet, so I'm gonna use the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape Concealer, and I am in the shade Light Neutral, which is 22N, and I'm just gonna use this to kind of cover up some dark circles because I definitely need that, and I'm also going to put that kind of where the veins are. As everyone knows, with the original Shape Tape, it is very full coverage. I found that with the original Shape Tape, it did crease a lot and it did look very dry. I have pretty dry skin. I always kind of thought I had oily skin, but I feel like it changed and I just really have dry skin now. If you have dry skin, I think it's a great option. So now I'm gonna go in with the Milk Makeup Setting Powder, and it is supposed to blur your pores. I use this all the time. It really does help blur your pores in this area and just kind of like the T-zone and underneath the eyes. That way, like I said, it's kind of a hybrid of both. It was kind of caked on in some photos, and then other photos it looked more natural, so we're just gonna stick with this. I'm gonna use the NARS bronzer. It's in the shade Laguna. So for blusher and bronzer, contour wasn't really used yet. It wasn't as popular, so for bronzer I'm just going to use it on the sides of my face and, you know, in the perimeter of my face basically to warm it up, give it definition. And then the blush, I saw a lot of celebrities like Christina Aguilera kind of wore a lot of blush on the cheek and had more of like a matte finish in a lot of her look, and Britney wore a lot of blush too. A lot of other looks, especially Lizzie's, was definitely more natural, so I'm gonna stick with the more natural route. I'm going in with the Tarte blush. It is in the shade Seduce, and I'm going to apply this more on the kind of middle of my face, like on the apples more of the cheeks. And doing this as well will make you look more youthful. So I kind of need that to be doing a Lizzie look. I'm trying to think now. I was around 10 years old, maybe younger, when Lizzie came out. I was probably like 8 or 9 years old when Lizzie came out. So I think she was always, I mean, in real life, she was always older than me, but on the show, she was around my age, maybe a couple years older. So for brows, I'm gonna keep it more natural as well. I'm using the Precisely My Brow pencil, and it is the thinner one. I'm just kind of filling in sparse hairs, making my brows look a little more full, but that is not saying much with my brows. I don't have thick brows, and thick brows wasn't even really in at the time either. I guess more like thinner brows were in, so we're gonna go for that look. And it was more of a natural shape as well, so nothing too crazy with like angles or, hello, nothing too crazy with the shape. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the collection now. Like I said, I'm so excited. I was the biggest Lizzie McGuire fan growing up. Lizzie McGuire is, you know, Hilary Duff was always an inspiration for me, and I just am very excited to be trying this. Also, side note, which the world just wants me to be doing this collection right now, I create decade looks. I've been doing this for over a year now, and I've done, you know, the 1920s all the way till now, the early 2000s. I just finished the 90s not too long ago, and now obviously I'm doing the early 2000s, and I was planning on doing the Lizzie McGuire look. And then Colourpop released this collection literally right before I was going to do this. I waited a little bit now so I could get this in the mail, but I was so shocked. I screamed when I saw this, you know, online, that it was going to be released. I was like, oh my god, I was actually going to do this next. That was a very weird coincidence. I think it was meant to be. I'm going to be reviewing this collection, these pieces in the collection as well. So again, this is the eyeshadow palette. I love the tie-dye, the pinks, the greens, the blues. Those were like the staple colors of the Y2K period. So we have the flowers, obviously. There's a lot of like floral themes in here. All the names of the colors in the palette in the back. By the way, this is called What Dreams Are Made Of palette. You know, I know Colourpop comes out with a lot of collections, and they're really nice collections too, but that's just the thing. It's like Colourpop is known for their branding, for how much they nail the packaging and the collections, just like the creativity and their ideas and everything. So look how cute this is. That's why I love it so much, and it's affordable, and the pigment is amazing. So I don't know why people wouldn't ever love Colourpop, but, and the back, I love the tie-dye. I love, look at these colors, just look at this. So we have some names in here like Bye-Bye Police, Done and Done, Outfit Rememberer. So they're just really cute names. I'm just, as you can tell, very excited to try this out. Okay, hello. Okay, so first I'm gonna go in with the shade right here. I can totally picture Lizzie saying this. So it's that pinky shade first, and just gonna use this as kind of a transition shade. I have no idea how pigmented this is. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put on primer. I wanna make sure that these colors will stay. So I'm just gonna use some primer, the LA Girl primer. Like I said, I'm going in with the color. And I'm just gonna use that on my lids. And on my skin tone, you can see it's really pinky. Like, look at this color. In real life even, it's a little darker than what's showing on camera, and it's like bubblegum pink. Basically the color of the 2000s. Well, pink and blue. Blue was like very popular too, especially like Christina Aguilera wore blue eyeshadow. So it was either like a really frosty blue or more of like a bright royal blue. I don't really know what the shade name is, but it was a very statement blue. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the same brush, and I'm just gonna use the Digital Bean shade, which is this purple, and this looks wicked pigmented. Oh goodness. I'm tapping it in here because there's gonna be fallout because it's so pigmented, and oh my god, look at this. It's very pigmented. I'm gonna use a cleaner brush to blend that. Okay, and I will continue to blend this as I go, but I'm gonna take Outfit Rememberer next. And it's that shade right there. It's like a iridescent pink. Like, this is like a frosty finish. So I'm definitely gonna be applying that all over my lid. I use my finger just to show the difference. Wow. Okay, if you use your finger, it's way more pigmented. And then you can kind of clean it up with the brush. Yeah, so this one you can see there's more fallout, but that's to be expected because of the type of eyeshadow it is. Yeah, just look at the difference between the two eyes. This one is way more pigmented. This is so frosty. I love it. I'm gonna do the same thing on this eye. I definitely remember a lot of frosty looks. I'm gonna go in with Outfit Repeater next, right here. Does anyone remember that episode in Lizzie McGuire when she really wants the expensive pants for like Best Dressed or something? She ends up sneakily buying the really expensive pants somehow, but her mom ended up getting her like other pants that were like just as nice, and she had like a moral crisis of what pants to wear. Seriously, that was like the middle school problems. And I'm gonna use Hello Fabulous next, which is this one. I'll put that on the edge of my eye so we can get more purple in there. The thing I love about Colourpop and this collection too is, oh my god, the colors really blend well together. Like, I don't have to try. You don't have to be like a really like good makeup artist to make your makeup look nice.
Now everything's technicolor.
Look at that. What? I want to use like all these colors. I'm gonna do green in the bottom and then the corally colors in the inner corner, I think. So let's go in with Don't Freak, which is this color. Wow, that is a look. Okay. I had AOL though, like Instant Messenger, if anyone remembers that, when I was, I think, a freshman. And that was kind of my first type of social media. My husband told me he liked me in 9th grade over AOL. So that was very cute. I remember feeling like shocked when he told me because I also had a crush on him. I'm going in with Dear Diary, which is this one right here. Yeah, so I'm just focusing this one on the inner portion, the lower lid. This is gonna be interesting, this look. I don't know how I feel about it right now. It kind of went from like cute to clownish, but you know what, that's fine. But I'm gonna go in with mascara first. Seriously, the behind the scenes of making these videos are kind of all over the place. I just opened a new mascara. I'm using the CoverGirl Lash Blast Waterproof. This is my favorite mascara. Quickly put this on. I didn't really perfectly curl my lashes because I'm gonna put on some natural looking falsies. So popped on my lashes. I'm using the Kiss Natural Lashes, and I always kind of tight line this area just to make sure that it blends in more and my lash band looks thicker. I'm just using the Rare Beauty eyeliner right now. Put some mascara on the lashes here and there, not all over the lashes, but just to create more definition. I know a lot of looks in the early 2000s, you know, it was kind of, a lot of them were like chunky eyelashes. It looked like a lot of mascara was applied in a lot of looks. I'm gonna use that on my bottom lashes as well. Okay, I only put a little bit of mascara on the bottom because I don't want it to be looking too spider-like. Okay, I'm gonna use this eyeliner, Define a Line by Maybelline. It's just in a brown shade, and I'm going to just use this on the lower lash line, just on the outer corner, just for like a tiny bit of definition. In the 90s and early 2000s, it's very popular to use like a black or a brown in the waterline. So going in with a NYX waterline liner in the shade Vanilla. Make you look more awake. Okay, I'm gonna try the Bye-Bye shade, which is the one right here. Okay, it definitely has like more of a peachy yellow kind of tint. And then I'm just gonna take more of the Outfit Remember, that bright color, and kind of put that on top of the very inner corner. And actually, if you do that, it makes more of a, like a white, more of a neutrally white shade. And I'm going to use the Bye-Bye shade on my brow bone. And just a little bit, because a little goes a long way. This shade is bright. Also worth noting, a lot of times in the 90s, people kind of stuck to like one or two eyeshadow shades, so not so much all of these shades, but these shades were very popular in the 90s too. I'm using the NYX lip liner in shade Natural, and it's gonna be very similar to my color lips. Lip shapes were definitely more natural in the 2000s. There wasn't much overdrawing going on, so. And I'm gonna go in now with the So Juicy Lip Plumping Gloss. Again, super cute packaging. I got the shade Ethan Craft because I liked this one the best. I like the tint. They're all pretty like transparent shades. This one looked the most pigmented, so that's why I got this one. And these lip glosses were so popular back then, the little tubes that you would squeeze out. And they always smelled like something, so this definitely does smell like, I don't know, it smells pretty good. It smells a little bit scented. Yeah, it's very similar to what it was like. It's okay, it's gonna sound weird, but when you go to the dentist and get the minty flavor, at least with mine, this is what it kind of smells like. And it is very minty because it's supposed to plump the lips. Oh, I do like it a lot. It's like a sugary minty kind of smell. Okay, this is the finished makeup look. So it's really cute. It's very frosty, very 2000s inspired. So we're gonna move on to hair next. So I already straightened my hair because Lizzie wore straight hair most of the time, and I'm gonna take these clips out. Okay, so like I said, I finished, my camera actually died, so I had to charge it for a minute, but I finished the makeup look. The lip gloss, as I was charging it, I noticed how tingly it felt, but in such a, it's not even tingly, it feels cooling, like it feels very cold. And I do feel like it plumped my lips a little bit, so we love that. Can't get these eyelashes to stay on, but I think the look is really cute. We're gonna move on to hair now, and we're gonna do that waterfall hair look. And my hair is parted on the side, so first thing we're gonna do is just, you know, so I'm gonna first take a piece of hair, like that much hair, and I'm going to have very long hair, so it's easier with shorter hair, but I'm gonna wrap around. Okay, so change of plans. My hair is too long for the little twirl around my finger, so I'm doing a space bun. So you can see I created this little bun here, and I quickly did like a little hair elastic. And what you do next, you can grab any clip and just clip this on and do like this little waterfall part. So it looks crazy right now. It's gonna look crazy no matter what I do, but okay, we're gonna go on with this side. So we got this little one. Oh, I know it looks crazy right now, but let me just show you what I've been doing. So I grab a section of hair and I make a little space bun. So I just wrap around like a knot. Whew, I'm sweating. Okay, so what you want to do from here is get the butterfly clips and just clip them like at the beginning. Does this make sense? Okay. You would put the clips at like the front of the space bun so that these pieces kind of go like that, like right under trindle, whatever it's called. That is absolutely crazy. Okay, still looking crazy, but I finished all the space buns, and like I said, you just put the butterfly clip like right under here so it can like stick out, and you can pull it to make it a little longer if you want. You can see all your wonderful dead ends that you need to get a haircut if you need to get a haircut. Okay, so that is that. You can kind of play around with it. Not gonna lie, this looks exactly like Angelica's doll. So I got bangs on Amazon, and I actually cut the layers so that they're more sparse. And I'm just gonna try to put these on. Oh my god, this is so crazy. These don't even look real, does it? Does it look real? Oh my god, does this look crazy? Kind of. Okay, this definitely looks crazy. I'm still working on it, but you can kind of play with it, flip it up if you want to. The bangs look interesting. They come back too far. Like, I can't put them down more where they're supposed to start because they would be too long. This is the finished look. I know I look so different right now, especially with the bangs, but here is my attempt at like the waterfall crazy spiky hair look, and of course the makeup look that I started with for the frosty early 2000s makeup. So I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it brought back some nostalgia if you grew up and watched Lizzie McGuire. But thanks for watching, guys. I have one more decade look to create, and then I'll be able to look back on all my other looks. So look out for that, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.